fans, another edition of Eagle Insight alongside head coach Andrew Danna of the golf team. Andrew, thank you so much for your time. I guess let's start with, you win the ASUN championship, your first time out of 3 out of 4 years that you get to bid like this. What's this one mean compared to previous years?
I mean, they're all special, and they're all. I mean, every team we've had's been great, and they've worked so hard, and it's hard to put one above the other. I will say, winning the ASUN championship obviously is an incredible achievement. And I'm so proud of our guys. And like any tournament we win, you put the hard work, you put the effort into it, and you see what you can get. And and they certainly did that this year. I mean, it was impressive to watch them. We prepared well. We knew the course from last time. We made some mistakes the previous year. This year we cleaned those up and got to work and the plan and just executed our plan, and it worked. And I'm so proud of them.
Well, Coach, you were also successful this year, right? Back-to-back ASUN Coach of the Year. What does that say about your coaching style, but more importantly, as you look into regionals?
Well, yeah, so from a coaching perspective, we've been to the NCAA tournament now a few times, and just like in golf and honestly in life, if you're a coach, administrator, worker, or professional, or whatever it may be, you try to learn and you try to grow and understand where you can make improvements from day to day and year to year. And I think each year, from my standpoint is you stick to your core principles, but you tweak things and you evolve and you adapt, and that's more so apparent and important now than it was in the past. And I think that kind of runs through our team, and that's really what we try to do to get better is we play, we evaluate, and then we work to get better and then get back out there, just like anything else.
Sebastian was the ASUN individual champion, but along with Nolan and Sasha's, consistency that you've had, what makes this team so dangerous as you look to Arizona?
They're consistent. They play golf. Obviously, every tournament's different. Every course is different. There's so many different variables that go into it. So we try to stick to what we know how to do and be consistent in our habits and kind of what to expect, and not try to make too much of a moment or too little of a moment, and just stick to the plan and prepare and try and execute. And that's the same for any tournament that we play in, whether it's the NCAA tournament or it's the first regular season event of the year. And I think that's proved well, and this team has showed their consistency in that.
Well, I've already mentioned your next stop being in Arizona. Air quality, type of play, how's that kind of been a contributing factor?
Yeah, so a couple of our guys are familiar with the area. They've played there. I've coached there in the past. I think it's there's a few different variables. It is Bermuda grass, so that's a little bit of familiarity there. We'll get there. We'll get adjusted to the altitude. We'll figure out how far the ball's flying exactly, and we'll make the adjustments we need to before we get ready to play, and that just becomes part of our game plan as we prepare once we get out there and get used to it a couple days before. And so that's kind of how we take the approach to every tournament we play in. And that's.
Coach, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you. Good luck in Arizona.
Thanks.